single day. Every day we see it.
But they're babbling. Nobody's listening to the stupid shit.
You know what the problem is? I'm gonna tell you what the problem is, Mr. Lego. You don't see them as a threat.
I always say that women aren't threatening.
No, they are. They are. Any group of people that come together to push forward an agenda or to stand forward on something are you can't stop them.
What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again with another one. So yeah, we got the Crimson Cure back in the house, you know, with the broadcast room. Shout out to her, real talk. Now she's on this one right here. You know, she's basically critiquing the video she had did earlier during this particular day here, but she did it about the Lapeef podcast where Mr. Let Go was on, and Mr. Let Go was like, you know, women are not a threat, but at the end of the day, you know, I mean, somebody tell me something different. I mean, I'm just saying, it kind of seemed that way. It kind of seemed that way. So, you know, let's go here. Let's check this out. Let's put these quarters, nickels, and dimes in on the times.
I think we need to understand what's happening around us. If you didn't watch my video from earlier today, I suggest that you do so. Go ahead and watch it so that you can get sort of the background of what I'm talking about.
Okay. So this is where we finna go, you know what I'm saying? We about to go check it out, real talk. You know, I'm finna show you the scene where, you know, Mr. Let Go, you know, kind of getting into it. This is what she talking about right here. Here we go.
Every single day. Every day we see it.
But they're babbling. Nobody's listening to the stupid shit.
You know what the problem is? I'm gonna tell you what the problem is, Mr. Let Go. You don't see them as a threat.
I always say that women aren't threatening.
No, they are. They are. Any group of people that come together to push forward an agenda or to stand forward on something are you can't stop them. You cannot stop them.
That's a lie. Unless they got men
not a
backing
lie,
them,
bro.
they
And
do
one of the reasons is that we don't see them as a threat, which makes them even more of a threat. And that's the reason why we finding men on the tail end of trying.
But hey, though, hold up.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
But we see clearly that men are backing these dingbats on their decisions and things like that because of the way that the laws are working. The way that the laws are working, we see that these dingbats are getting some type of pledge of allegiance. I'm just being honest here. You know, hey. Let's check this out real quick. Hold on, I'm finna move it up a little bit further. We kind of going through it a little bit here. You know, yeah. Here we go.
Sister Cole and Sisterhood, thank you. Thank you so much for y'all contributions. I really appreciate them. First, let's straighten out what's a simp. See, a simp is not a man that is nice to his woman. If you have a woman, you have a wife, you have a girlfriend, whatever, and you're nice to her, you show kindness to her, that's not simp. That's not simp. That's not simp. I'm gonna tell you what simping really is. Simping really is when a man does not have any standard for a woman. That's simple. her. There's just nothing that, she has to do.
Hey.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
And we could definitely agree upon that. Let's just keep it 100 out here. You know what I'm saying? Having those set standards and boundaries and things like that that are irremovable forces in your life for anybody that decides to come into your life, which makes your life better and more peaceful.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
You know, those are the qualities and things that men are looking for. Especially once they get out of that dingbat age themselves and they actually come into, you know, a man stage. They want a whole different life than what you really think. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, peace is a huge part of that scenario. All right, hold on, I'm trying to get this right. All right, here we go, Smoke.
Frederick said maintaining what you acquire isn't simping. No, not at all.
I may have to move this up a little bit further. Give me a second. My bad. Okay. Yeah, I forgot I wrote something down. Okay. That's my fault, y'all. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Either way it go, it's just the truth. And you know, we gotta learn how to deal with this shit. You know what I'm saying? As men out here. You know. I mean, hey. Let's go here.
Because of what we've been through as a group of people in this country, because of the history of it all, black men are not going to see black women as the ops. Why not? Because they've both been enslaved. They have both been not only enslaved, but they have been treated as subpar, subhuman. They have been mistreated. They have been just devastated. You know, we'll beat her just as well as we beat him. All sorts of things. He'll never suspect that she would ever come to us and do our bidding against him, given our history together. Because he would never conceive in his mind that the woman that we've been subjugating right next to him would sell him out to us. He would never think it. Because it don't make no logical sense for her to do that. He would never see it coming. Black men will never see it coming. They never see it coming.
And hey,
and what the French toast is there to think about?
Y'all already know that is what has happened here. That's what's happened. You know, we in a terrible spot. You know, but at the same time, though, too, it's also a good moment if you want to look at it. I mean, you know, the terrible spot is the fact that the black community's fucked up, and you know, black people are not coming together how we really supposed to, and things like that, how it was really meant to be. But the good aspect of it, and let's just keep this 100, is the fact that, you know what I'm saying, the way that women have put themselves in this position, they put themselves in this certain type of position to where we can neither defend nor, you know, kind of block or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of liberated us, real talk,
what the
as
French
men.
toast is there to think about?
And, you know, just being honest with the shit, man, it's kind of liberated us as men. We don't no longer have to, you know, quote unquote take care of these individuals anymore. You know what I'm saying? You're free to go. You go anywhere you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Or do whatever it is you want to do. You know, back in the day, it kind of was a situation where, yes, you strategically had to get a wife to a certain degree. Not that men don't, want wives and things like that. I'm not saying that at all, because men still do, regardless of what. But men are becoming okay, with the climate change. And the worst part about that is, like, women don't understand men to this degree. And this is how man really works. If you leave a man in the woods to survive amongst himself long enough, and he starts surviving and living and he's thriving in the woods by himself, he will come to love that peacefulness.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
And he will learn to be alone. And when he learns to be alone, see, the thing of it is, a lot of y'all don't want to accept this, but it's hard for men to change once we get to a certain degree. We could get to that degree and, not be wanting to change. Like, we get comfortable. We do. We get comfortable. Real talk.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
We will get comfortable on that ass, living right there in the woods. We got all the food around us. You know what I'm saying? Every day. Every day. We ain't got to answer to nobody. Nobody out there. Hey, I mean, when women don't understand when you leave men alone, you know what I'm saying? It's just it's worse than leaving a woman alone. Because once we get content, baby, it's over with.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Think about how many decades and centuries it took to get men to a certain degree to where they felt honorable about taking on a wife and then creating families and things like that. Then it moved further into the future where you also was an honorable man if you took on a woman that already had children from another man.
And what the French toast is there
Think
to
about how
think
long
about?
it took to get there. So now that we're at the after point of that, where it's no longer honorable to be the stepdad, right? I mean, this is what we're talking about. Hey, and it's also facts. It's also facts. You know what I'm saying? That you bringing people into your household that are not going to be able to benefit you in no way, shape, form, or fashion.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
So, and then now it's also becoming a situation where it's not honorable to even marry anymore. And, people are sitting around here, acting like, dingbats all the time, and not understanding this is how it's finna go down. So, declaring that type of war on, the opposite gender that you're supposed to be getting with. I mean, you've pushed them to a certain level to where once men start getting comfortable
And what the French toast is there to think about?
with being alone or just dealing with you from an arm's length, okay? Maybe 2 or 3 arms length, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we gotta watch these motherfuckers out here, man. These dingbats be flying, bro. They be flying. For real. But once men get comfortable with dealing with women that way, man, it's gonna be hell trying to get them unstuck from that. Like I keep telling y'all, man, when men get comfortable, bro, it's hard to get us it's hard to move us. I mean, just being honest here. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, I'm finna skip it up just a little bit more further. And let's go. Oh, my bad. I'm going too far. All right. Here.
Because it don't make no sense for her to be the ops. It don't make no sense. Why would she ever trust Zaddy? Why would she ever trust me? She has no reason to trust me. but I'll make her trust me. That's the beauty of it all. That's the beauty of it. I'm gonna make her trust me. Because see, I know what he wants and I know what she wants. And she wants something different than what he wants. He think she want the same thing he want and she don't. She don't. We realize that on the plantation. See, she don't mind the captivity as long.
Hey, yo, here we go.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Hold on. I'm gonna keep letting it go a little bit more.
As long as the captivity's comfortable, she'll nest. We know she will nest. We know it. He won't, but she will.
And hey, that situation about the nesting, it's all facts. It's all facts, man. You know, when women turn, bro, they really truly turn, like seriously, man. And yeah, we are in a situation here where the women have completely gone all the way that they want to go. They're taking it there. They've been pushed to go there for the past 50-something years.
What the French toast is there to think about?
Now we're at the tail end of this. And like she said earlier, you know what I'm saying, men, black men especially, we never would have thought this way. You know, I guarantee you the men from 30, 40 years ago never would have thought it'd end up like this. Never would have thought this before. They just couldn't fathom this.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
The way that we having to deal with this right now. But it is what it is, though. You know, and also my situation here is, yes, you know, like I said once before, a woman is the most dangerous being on this planet. Everybody want to sit around there. You want to, well, men are dangerous. And okay, yeah, we are. We're very dangerous. We're very dangerous too. You know, yeah, lions, tigers, and bears, all that, you know, yeah, all of that is dangerous. All of it. You know, alligators, you know, okay. But as far as the dynamics of when it comes to men dealing with women and women dealing with men, women are the most dangerous beings on the planet. And let me tell you why. Because society would have never moved forward if it wasn't for the wants of a woman.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Hold on. The reason why there's been so many wars on this planet for so long is because women wanted more. They wanted more. You know, the kings and the emperors and things like that, their wives and stuff, they wanted more. You think those kings were, you know, just sitting around just super greedy people like that? Like, no, they're not. They wasn't as greedy as what we think. It's the person behind the scenes that's pulling the strings that's making the greed possible.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Y'all sitting around here thinking all these kings had queens that were just these submissive women, and they just, you know, docile and walking around the palace all day, just laying around being fed grapes and shit. You know. Hell no. These women were the tyrants behind the scenes.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
And y'all want to think this is a game. Look at the way that women think and move nowadays, how greedy that they are, what they type of men they really want. Focus on that aspect of it, then you can see how a queen of a king in ancient times will be greedy.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
But the problem is he had the power to actually go enslave a whole nation of people. You know, a lot of men don't have that nowadays. I'm just being honest. You know, and this is the deal right here. This is the deal. You know, if it like, okay, for instance, too, Helen of Troy was perceived to be the most beautiful woman amongst the Greek islands, somewhere off in that area, Turkey, Greeks, all of it, you know, it's all in there.
The French toast is there to think about.
It's all in there. Turkey, Greece, all of it in there. But at that particular time in history, she was perceived to be the most beautiful woman that the world had known. Okay? But at that time. So she leaves the ops to go with Troy. And, you know, at the end of the day, that sparked off one of the craziest wars in the history of literature. Well, in the history of the world, but, you know, yeah, it made it through literature. Anybody with any real knowledge about history or any reading skills, y'all done heard about Troy. Don't give me that foolishness out there. Y'all done heard about Helen of Troy. But it's just prime examples. The Bible's full of them, but we're not finna dive off into all that right now. You know what I'm saying? But history's been warning us as men all these thousands of years. If we would actually pick up a fucking book sometime, actually research history, look back in the past, we will find out that the true enemy sleeps next to us every night.
What the French toast is there to think about?
But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers out there. Mad love to y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button at all times. Make sure that you ring that bell, that you're notified whenever I decide to post things. And yeah, like I always say about this time, that, my friends, is the bottom line.